What are the things that seem to interfere with productivity at your office? What seems to put a glitch in the smooth flow of efficiency at home? You might be thinking it's your sociopathic boss or your irritating or inefficient coworkers. At home, you might blame your ADHD kid or your workaholic spouse. You might blame your crowded schedule with everyone else's needs and not yours. Perhaps you're tempted to blame God or the devil or your health. I get it. Yes, of course these things are all factors. It's not like they don't exist or that they don't add stress to your life, but let's try. Just try to see things differently. Sometimes even the suggestion to see things differently causes people to get resentful because it feels like you're not being validated for how crazy your environment feels, or how stuck you feel, and how angry and annoyed you are. I do hear you. And I do understand how overwhelming life seems. However, it's my job not to let you stay there with your head spinning and your anger boiling. Of course you can, and some people do decide to stay in anger, resentment, fear, and overwhelm, even anxiety and depression, because they feel like they are justified in feeling that way. And you may be justified in feeling that way, but that's not the point. The point is, and should remain, that you want to feel more productive. You want to learn how to communicate better so that you get heard, validated, and your overwhelm minimized. That cannot and will not happen if you continue to focus on your negative feelings. Your reasons for not getting there, no matter how valid those reasons or excuses are. When you take responsibility for your feelings and understand that it's your beliefs about that circumstance that's causing you the most stress, then you're in a powerful position that enables you to change. If you believe that you're stuck and you can never be free, then that will become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you'll be in that dead-end job working for that psychopath surrounded by inefficient coworkers for the rest of your life. If that sounds like fun to you, well then just disregard what I'm saying. But if you want to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and you want to feel like you have some element of control, then here are some steps that you can take. Number 1, take responsibility for where you are. You chose that job, that family, that circumstance, even if from a subconscious level for some reason. And if you accept that, then you can unchoose it at any time or change the reason that you're there. You can say, I didn't choose it, it was all there was, so I didn't have a choice. Or you can say, I chose this job because the alternative was being unemployed at the time, so it was my choice to work here with a crazy boss rather than make no money at all. Second option, same circumstances, more powerful thoughts. You made a choice. You always have a choice. Number 2, take responsibility for the way you feel. When you take responsibility for the way you feel, you're doing 2 things. You're validating your feeling, and you're recognizing that you can change that feeling. Nobody does their job around here, so I have to do everything. That's one choice. Or, I'm angry because I end up doing everything. How can I change that? Then you're in a position of power to perhaps try some new ways of communicating your frustration in a kind but firm way. Don't just sit around and be angry. Do something. 3, ask for what you want and need from your boss. Acknowledge that he or she is really busy, and you acknowledge their need to have things done in a timely manner. Always validate first. Then tell them that there are certain things that you need to help them accomplish their goals. Remember that you're on their team. Then ask for the tools, office supplies, additional staff, time off, extended deadline, less interruptions, less CCs on emails, or whatever will help you perform better. Number 4, ask for what you need from your coworkers. Same principles apply here. Validate them for what they do well or what struggles they're experiencing. Remind them that you're on the same team, and then ask for what you need. In order for me to get my report done on time, I need your figures and charts by Tuesday at 5 p.m. Be specific and be firm. You can even offer to stop by and pick it up, but do the requesting in a straightforward, kind, firm way with good, solid, affirming eye contact and a thank you at the end. 5, ask for what you need from your family members. Family schedules get crazy with each kid going their separate activity. Groceries need to be acquired, dogs needing to go to the vet, laundry, the cleaning, the dishes, and even downtime. This also needs teamwork. The biggest glitches that can mess up our teamwork often come from assumptions. I just assumed you'd know that I needed you to pick up the dry cleaning because I was going the other direction to take Jamie to soccer. Or, I just assumed you'd be home by 6 o'clock because you usually are. I just assumed you'd remember that I have to take Johnny to guitar lessons on Thursday, so you'd be here to take Heather to her meeting. Assumption, assumption, assumption. Good communication begins with touching base on a regular basis, whether or not it's a family or a work environment or a committee meeting or a social club. Write things down. Affirm that everyone knows his or her tasks. Repeat for everyone to hear and give them a chance to repeat it back. Send a text or an email reminder of what was agreed to, and this can be done each day at breakfast. It can be done at the beginning of the week or the end of each day. Find time to have face-to-face contact. So here, let me cover, these are the key points in this section. Validate, ask for what you want. If you don't ask for what you want, it's your fault if you don't get it. Make no assumptions about what the other is thinking. Speak your needs clearly. Get a spoken and/or written confirmation that you were heard and understood. Be kind and respectful in your communications, always. Keep in mind that even when you implement these techniques, things should get easier, but they may never get perfect because you're also dealing with other humans who are distracted and have their own agenda. But you will minimize conflicts and validate yourself that you did everything you could have done.